11 Job Line, nightly on the 10 o'clock news.
Look, Briley, your new display is up.
Tony, wait a minute. Pull over here.
Connor's waiting.
It'll only take a minute. I just want to see what it looks like.
I need more guys for crowd control.
What crowd? It's 10 o'clock at night. Come on, Tone, be a good guy.
Yeah, all right.
Come back and see me.
Okay, coast is clear.
Hey, it's you, isn't it? I told him it was you. Gabrielle, got any good blow you want to do with some loyal fans?
I don't do drugs.
Not yet.
Hey, have a seat.
Diamonds, man, 18-karat rocks.
You're a material girl.
Don't make me use this.
Got any more?
We're looking for your goon. He's out of commission. Hey, Gabriel, honey, you want to have some fun? Got an idea, fellas. Let's take her back to my place, and she can do a little singing and dancing for us, huh?
Do some singing and dancing for us, Gabriel?
Hey, step away from the lady. Nobody gets hurt.
What?
You heard me. Let her go, and nobody gets hurt.
I love this. What are you gonna do? Throw your CD at me? Call the manager, huh? Huh? Ow! He broke my arm! Ow!
We're sorry.
Gabrielle, you okay?
Are you?
Oh, my head hurts.
Here, buddy, get out of here.
Go,
get out of here.
My nose.
Come on. You're out of here. Come on. Come on.
Let me get the door. Come on, big guy. There you go. Okay.
Thank you.
Here's your rings.
What's your name?
Grady.
Grady what?
Jameson.
Grady Jameson, how would you like to work for me?
It's 7:45. Let's take a look at rush hour traffic this morning.
Come on, get up. We're late. Great. After a memo yesterday about being late.
I'll get breakfast.
Breakfast? Are you kidding?
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars,
Here.
What's this?
It has real fruit in it. Taste it.
plus a moist crust made with whole grain and no cholesterol. Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars can really start your morning off right.
Good, huh?
Yeah. Come on, let's go. We're going to be late.
Calm down. They'll understand.
Honey, I sort of wrote the memo.
Oh.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Start your morning off right.
What's the worst part of treating your worst colds?
A cold medicine that leaves me spacey.
Oh, it's the cold medicine that can zonk me out. I hate that.
It's like I'm off in the ozone somewhere. Groggy, spacey.
Introducing Sudafed Severe Cold Formula.
If it could help stop the cough and the fever, but not stop me from getting to work, that'd be great.
First Sudafed, cough, cold, and flu tablet, and it has nothing but maximum strength ingredients.
All that and it won't knock me out? Perfect.
New Sudafed Severe Cold Formula. Maximum strength without drowsiness.
Double, double your refreshment. Double, double your enjoyment. Oh, no single gum double freshens your mouth like double mint gum. Double, double your refreshment. gum.
There's no single gum like it.
That's me. Me again. Bullseye. Guess you could say I'm a magnet for stains. And each one meant money down the drain. Until I discovered New Ultra Dash.
New Ultra Dash packs an extra stain-fighting ingredient that can power out some of the toughest stains. But it doesn't cost a fortune.
Maybe I ought to tell them about Dash.
New Ultra Dash. It cleans a mess for less.
So I'd like to make the move.
Yeah, but Grady, that's the fast lane life. Maybe you ought to think about this.
I have.
Since she offered you the job an hour ago?
Oh, man, since I came here, since I found you. I mean, I don't want to stay in this back room forever living off tips. Come on.
I pay you a wage, man.
Well, I know, I appreciate it. Huh? But how am I ever gonna make more of myself this way? Come on. Look, I mean, look at this place. I'm grateful for it, but look at it. It's one room, you know? There's bar supplies, beer kegs everywhere. Place is a dump, you know? I want more for myself.
You think I don't want more for you, too? What makes you think running off with a singer's the way to get it?
You spend me $1,500.
All right, that's more than I pay you a month, I admit, but...
A week.
She's paying you $1,500 a week?
Plus travel, plus hotel accommodations.
That's a hell of a lot of money. You want my blessing?
Yeah, that would be nice.
How about good luck?
All right, I'll take that. Thanks. I'm gonna be at her hotel before we fly out. Why don't we get together?
Yeah, great.
She's on time. What wonders will be next? This is your doing. You're hired.
Why? I thought I already was.
No, Connor's the final word on everything. So, what's the word?
Answer me 3 questions. You got any felonies?
No.
Willing to take a drug test?
Sure.
You carry a gun?
No.
I'll get you one then. Legally, of course.
Actually, I'm better with my hands.
Guys last night seemed to think so.
They're ready for you.
Okay, thanks. Excuse me.
Payday's Friday. Welcome aboard.
Lieutenant, did Bedrell tell you that Grady quit the bar?
Hold on, yeah. Okay, I'll be at the hearing. You mentioned it, yeah.
Well, did he mention who Grady was working for?
No.
Gabrielle.
What?
Yeah, Gabrielle. The girl the feds think is laundering money for the mob.
Gabrielle, the director's ready when you are.
Great. Karen Grady.
Hi.
Hi.
Bodyguard, nice to meet you. Would you like your messages now or later?
Is anyone suing me?
No, the coast is clear. But you did get a charity call. It's from a shelter for runaway kids.
Send them a really nice donation.
Well, they asked for a song. It's potentially more lucrative.
Well, tell them I'll write a song then.
While you're on the tour?
Yeah. But, don't tell my publicist.
I hate it when you make me do this.
Just do it.
Did I hear you right? I mean, that's one serious donation. You're giving a song.
Let's just say I know what a shelter could mean to a kid on the streets.
Why'd you run away from home?
No, actually from my stepdad, who had some pretty weird ideas about me.
Hey, keep the dancers here. I don't want to have to chase them. All right.
It's funny, I have 2 houses, I have 1 mobile home and 1,000 hotel rooms, but I still keep that little overnight bag packed, and I take it with me wherever I go, just in case.
You have to run again.
Where's the crab ball?
I've never met anyone else who does that.
Actually, they look really good. I think we moved
You,
right
really?
across the front of the stage. Oh, that's exactly good.
Shuham and I were given the file last night
Money laundering?
for the Lassiter family back east.
Feds think the singer pads the mob's money into the cash she legitimately gets from her concerts.
She pads it herself?
No one's sure. But we do know that last week a Lassiter capo stayed at Gabrielle's hotel. The mob guy went into her hotel with a luggage full of dirty money and left with an empty case.
A guy passed the money on to Gabrielle?
Federal boys can't get close enough to see.
Then they don't have anything on the lady?
Not yet, but they swear she's dirty, and if Grady's around her...
And he'll get busted with her. I want to run point on this one, Charlie.
Okay. But pass on anything you find to the feds. It's their case.
I'll run some names through the computer. Anyone who's working with Gabrielle?
Now we're in the past.
I'm on it.
Hold on, Adam. One more thing.
I know, you don't have to tell me. I can't tell Grady about any of this.
Boy, this time of year, we Sears siding contractors spend a lot more of our days inside than we do outside on installations. It's not because people don't love Sears siding. Sears sided more than 34,000 homes last year alone. Covered lots of eaves and overhangs, too. Nope, it's because people just don't think about making home improvements in the winter. Well, I don't blame them. But believe me, if there's siding to be installed, a little cold weather won't stop our local contractors from getting the job done. So to keep our men busy, we're willing to make you a special offer. Call now during our warehouse sale, and you'll save $1,000. You'll get $1,000 off on your new Sears siding if you call right now. Siding that won't dent, peel, flake, or show scratches, ever. Siding that's professionally installed with thick insulation underlayment from Dow. Siding that we believe in so much that it comes with a manufacturer's lifetime warranty on all materials backed up by Sears. What's so special about this lifetime warranty? You know Sears will always be there to make good on their promises. They've been doing business for over 100 years. And right now, you can save $1,000 on Sears siding if you call during our warehouse sale. So, call this toll-free number now for your free in-home estimate. A Sears representative will help you choose the right siding for your home and tell you all about our convenient credit plan that translates into low monthly payments. And if you call right now, you can save $1,000 during our warehouse sale. Go ahead, give Sears a call and help us keep our men working. After all, Sears crews are the best in the business.
Call 1-800-937-5560 for a free in-home estimate on Sears installed siding. Call now during our warehouse sale and save $1,000. Call now. This sale won't last long. Call 1-800-937-5560. That's 1-800-937-5560.
Meatballs, Part 2, Sunday at 2 on TV 11.
It's me. You home yet? Hello?
Hey.
How's it going?
Good. I'm glad you could make it over. Hello.
Hi.
We were on our way to dinner when you called, so
Hi, Gabrielle. Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
You want to come to dinner with us? My soundman found a great Chinese restaurant downtown.
I think maybe I better take a rain check.
B, come on. You two can get to know each other.
I've got some business to do. Besides, I want to have a word with you.
Oh, excuse us. What's up?
I was just wondering how your new job's going.
I get paid to watch a pretty girl sing and dance. I'd say it's going okay.
You like the people she's got around her? I mean, they seem all right to you?
Yeah. What's going on, B?
Nothing. It's just that personally, if I was going to take a job, I'd check out that company's standing.
Oh, what, you think she's working with some bogus operation? Is that it?
No.
What? What?
Just look before you leap.
It's her, isn't it? It's a rock and roll thing. You think she's bad news? I don't have the good sense to see it. Is that it? Thanks for your vote of confidence, buddy. All right, we're out of here. Come on, Gabrielle.
So, how'd it go with Grady tonight?
I wasn't as successful as I wanted to be.
Well, it's kind of hard to protect someone without telling them why you are.
That about sums up the night.
Ah. All except the part where you two had the big argument.
All right, you tell me something, Malloy. Look at this room, huh? Just look at it. Now, do you think this room is a dump?
No. But I think a young man in a hurry might make a bad choice in words and call it that.
Yeah, but Malloy, before I gave him this room, he was on the streets.
I know. What else?
I looked for him for 20 years, 20 long years. I didn't expect him to run off and leave so soon, especially run right straight into trouble. Do the right thing, it doesn't matter anyway.
Officer Christensen, extension 8285. Officer Christensen, extension 8285.
Hey, Adam. What, no good morning?
That depends. Anything turn up?
Guy's name is Stan Vogel. He used to deal drugs to the music industry for the Lassiter family.
Tell me more.
He got busted 5 years ago, did 3 years. Now he's out and working for Gabrielle's people.
Doing what?
Job looks legit.
That looks can be deceiving. You got a file on him?
Shouldn't we be handing this over to the feds?
We will. Eventually.
You have in here diamonds?
No, master tapes for my next album. Can you bring them to Mixing Unlimited on 2nd Street?
Bodyguard voice tracks?
Exactly. If these fell into the wrong hands, I could lose the record company millions of dollars. Oh, not to mention myself.
All right, don't worry. I will deliver these before you finish breakfast.
I don't eat breakfast.
But today you will, because I already paid for it.
Showtime, Richmond. Our newest mules carrying some cargo. Come
Smile, young man.
Hello, I've got company. All right, you want to play tag?
He's getting away. Stay on him. Stay on him.
You guys all right? Good driving!
Hey, we're recording in here. Then take a break. I want to look around.
I see the badge, but I don't see a warrant.
You learned procedure from your drug dealing days, Vogel?
Take 5, Jerry. My dealer days are over. This is a legitimate business.
Which you started up with money from the Lassiter family.
Would you excuse me while I phone my attorney?
And I'll ask your attorney the same question: is the Lassiter mob still financing you?
Excuse me, looking for Stan Vogel. Got a delivery here from Gabrielle.
Just who the hell are you?
What are you?
You work for this man?
No.
I'm delivering tapes.
Tapes, huh? Well, open it up. Open it up!
Don't open anything. He doesn't have a warrant.
And just what are you afraid I'll find, huh? Payment for coke? Or have you moved on to bigger stuff like laundering money? Come on, open it up. Open it.
Satisfied. Can I go now, officer?
You can both get out of here.
I don't believe this, man. I landed a job I like with a girl I like. And you set out to prove she's dirty.
Don't you get it? I'm trying to prove she's not.
Prove to who?
No comment.
But there's some investigation.
Still no comment.
Man, I heard you in there, all right? You think she's laundering bad money. How? Through concerts?
Don't push this, Grady.
Those were music tapes in that case, all right? She wasn't laundering anything.
This time.
Okay. We leave tomorrow. I may not see you for a while.
by the name of Grady Jameson. You know him?
Feds don't ask questions they don't already know.
We trace him to Boudreaux's bar.
Why didn't Boudreaux tell us he planted someone inside?
He didn't. Grady took the job on his own.
Fine. The next step is to get him working for us.
I can tell you right now, Boudreaux won't go for that.
Did I hear my name?
Our federal brothers here want Grady to shadow Gabrielle.
Sorry, guys.
We need this.
Tap our phones.
We have. Every hotel from coast to coast, we're coming up empty. We need someone on the inside to figure out how they're moving the money.
Fine. But Grady Jameson's not an option.
Fine. Lieutenant, will you suspend this man for impeding a federal investigation?
Get real.
You have no grounds.
Hear me out. Stan Vogel's attorney called me this afternoon.
Seems Boudreaux here paid Vogel a visit.
Look, you guys wanted a lead. I got you the lead.
No. You went to the lead. Harassed Vogel. The whole case could blow out of the water now. So which is it, Boudreaux, huh? Your friend or suspension?
I'll be in touch.
Why does a grown-up need hot oatmeal for breakfast? Well, think of the morning you got. Think of the energy you need to help get you through it. Now tell me, who can you think of that needs it more? Instant Quaker oatmeal. It's the right thing to do.
You know, it's really weird. We could wear the same size, but what covers you in all the right places might not cover me. Not a major problem, unless you're talking about a maxi. Now that's a problem.
But there's a solution. Always has coverage in every direction and a clean, dry selection.
Ooh, this should fit.
Always protects with your choice of regular or long maxis for panty coverage front and back. And regular, long, or extra long maxis with wings for coverage at the sides. And every Always maxi has a dry weave top sheet that keeps the surface cleaner and drier.
Perfect.
Look for these symbols on every box to find your choice of Always with dry weave that's cleaner, drier, better.
What is real?
Is that for real?
That can't be real.
What about her? Is she for real?
Well, what is real?
This is real.
Skittles.
Tart and tangy. Wild berry. Tropical. Real fun. Real good. With real fruit juices.
Skittles. Bite-sized candy.
Taste the rainbow.
Does the sniffling and sneezing that's keeping you up at night tell you your cold pill isn't doing all it should? Does your coughing and sore throat give you the feeling those tiny time pills aren't so advanced? Then it's time to try the new NyQuil Liquid Cap. It has the relief you expect of liquid medicines for coughs and sore throats, plus relief for sneezing and congestion. The Vicks NyQuil Liquid Cap. The very first nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, aching, sore throat fever so you can rest Liquid Cap.
It's not a question of whether the suspension was legal. It's a question of how long the review process can keep you dangling without a paycheck.
I've got some savings.
Which I, as your money-grubbing attorney, don't want you to dip into. Now, help me make your case.
What do you need to know?
Well, have you willfully withheld any information pertaining to the investigation from the feds?
No.
Nothing.
I gave them the lead to Vogel.
But not the door to Grady.
They can't make me do that.
It's all right. You're an honorable friend. I don't see anything wrong with that. Unless, of course, you tip Grady off to the nature of the Fed's investigation.
Not exactly, no.
Tell me you're joking.
Grady won't say a word.
He's her bodyguard.
He's my friend first. He won't talk.
You better hope not. Damn. All right, change of tactics. I'll push the hearing back as far as I can. I don't want you answering any questions about exposure. Live off your savings and don't breathe another word to Grady about the case.
Not much chance of that.
I haven't tried this, and I can't see any cream. I can't see any cream. It's not too.
Okay, so nothing's wrong. Just don't want to eat or talk to me or look at me.
It's
Pedro and I, we had a parting of the ways.
Over me.
No, you want the truth, it's over me. He's always got to be right. You know, he can't stand the fact that maybe I might know something.
You don't need his approval.
That's right.
Or his blessing.
Exactly. Okay. Okay, so I care.
So why don't you tell him that?
No, because then he wins.
Well, that depends. Is this a foot race or a friendship?
What do you mean? He's not here and he's not coming back.
Boudreaux's been suspended.
Suspended for what?
I'm not at liberty to say any more than that.
It's in my imagination. I do have it in for me worse than usual.
Excuse me.
Girls, did Boudreaux get tossed because of me?
No, because of how he feels about you. Big difference. The LT doesn't seem to get that.
Well, you're getting good enough to beat me.
I should be. I'm playing this enough.
The force be with you.
How'd you get this?
I made a trade-off with your lieutenant. You go back to work, I go undercover.
You don't have to do this, Grady.
I want to.
Even if it means Gabrielle's bad?
I get to help you out and prove what I already know. She's clean.
Gabrielle, I hate it as much as you do.
Maybe, but you don't have to do it.
Do what?
Tech problems on yesterday's video. She has to reshoot some shots.
Yeah, before we go on tour, and I'm blocked on that song I promised the charity.
Grady, I'm glad you're here. She's all yours.
Love you too, Mr. Manager. So, how'd it go with Boudreaux?
Oh, it went great. Thanks, bro. Why don't you play me what you've got so far?
Well, it's not that much.
That's pretty.
Thanks, but I can't come up with any more.
So, give him a short song.
Oh, you make everything simple, don't you?
One of the first things I learned. When I learned martial arts was simplify.
That was pretty. You never told me you could play guitar.
You never asked. But if you would have asked, I would have told you, but you never did, so...
Be serious. You don't have to be funny all the time.
I always do that. Make people laugh. I figure then they'll like me, or they'll ask me to stay, or they won't leave. Go die on me.
Your parents died. Is that why you kept moving? How old were you?
8. It's okay. I didn't have it any tougher than you did.
You're so hard on yourself.
How do you know me so well? Both me. Hello? Hello? What's going on? Hello?
Hello? Since when do you guys need to call me in the middle of the night for assurances? Well, Vogel's wrong. I'm in town for a video, not a concert. Concert's in New York this weekend. You can give me more money then. Yeah, sure. Good night.
Hey. Baby, you okay?
You're up. Yeah, I'm fine. Just hold me.
Crime Stoppers pays up to $1,000 for information leading to the arrest and charges filed in the crime of the week.
On November 30th, 1991 at 3 p.m., while walking home from a local skating rink, a Parkland teenager was the victim of a drive-by shooting. The teen was in the 500 block of 133rd Street South when he was shot 4 times. Witnesses described the vehicle from which the shots were fired as a large, dark-colored older car with big square-shaped taillights. This is just one of several in a series of drive-by shootings which have taken place within a 20-block area of Pierce County's Parkland neighborhood. The incidents, which began in late November and continued through December 12th, are believed to have been committed by the same suspects because the caliber of the weapons are similar. Most of the shootings have occurred after midnight, with occupied residents being the target.
Call 591-5959 with information on this or any other felony crime. All calls are confidential.
His real life was more exciting than any of his fiction. Before creating the James Bond adventures, he lived them. The name's Fleming. Ian Fleming.
Can I send you on a mission just one step short of suicide?
Jason Connery in a broadcast television premiere.
I've delivered death to your doorstep.
The Secret Life of Ian Fleming.
Sunday at 8 on TV 11.
Hi, I'm Don Porter.
And I'm Kimberly Hill.
Here at KSDW, we are committed to an extensive education project. We call it Great Expectations.
Throughout 1991, during Channel 11's 10 o'clock news, we've highlighted 52 teachers who are making a difference in their students' lives.
These outstanding teachers are featured every Friday night in the Class Act segment.
If you would like to nominate a teacher, write to Class Act, KSDW, P.O. Box 11411, Tacoma, 98411.
Here at KSDW-TV, we believe that children have great expectations.
And so should we.
Shelley Long is trading in the good life
I've got a black belt in shopping.
for the wild life.
True Beverly Hills.
Getting back to nature isn't in her nature,
Well, girls, are you ready to rough it? This is what you call roughing it? One bathroom for 9 people? Yes.
but in the wilds of comedy,
Lie down and open your mouth.
Last time I did this, I got more than a patch for it.
she's a trooper naturally. Troop Beverly Hills.
Monday at 8 on TP11.
I'm Jack Roberts.
No, I'm Jack Roberts.
I cannot tell a lie. Save on Whirlpool during the President's Day sale.
Save on Whirlpool washers and dryers, Whirlpool refrigerators.
Save even more with 0 down, low payments, or 90 days same as cash or bank card.
Pies for Jack Roberts.
President's Day sale on now. I won't be undersold.
Catch Married with Children, right here on KSTW, TV 11.
I don't get why she do it. She's got everything. Talent, fame, money.
It didn't come free. I ran a check on the cellular company that Gabrielle uses for our hotline.
The call was from a member of the Myron Lassiter syndicate from back east. Feds have suspected Lassiter's gang all along, but couldn't put them together with Gabrielle until you.
I still don't get the connection.
The mob funded Gabrielle's career when she started out, Grady.
Through this dummy corporation.
And now she pays them back.
By letting them launder drug money through her concert tours.
Hate to say this, Grady, but good work.
I hate to hear it.
I'll walk with you. Look, I'm sorry she's in it. I hope you know that.
I know. It's just, yeah, I hope this one might work out.
We're gonna move on her, Grady. I don't want you to get caught in the crossfire.
This isn't fair, man. She was just a kid when this happened.
But now she's an adult.
That's a cop's answer.
What do you want me to do? Let her go? I can't do that, Grady. Even if I wanted to. This is federal.
Back in there, I was alone in that jungle. And you found me. I was lucky. Gabrielle is in a different kind of jungle, and the wrong people found her. I know what she did is really stupid, and it's really wrong. Can't you help her?
Son, one more, and then you're done.
Thanks, Jack.
May I?
Boudreaux, come in.
This is nice.
Something wrong with Grady?
No, Grady's fine. I'm a police officer.
And is Grady a cop, too?
No, but he does know you're in trouble.
I don't know what you mean.
We know you laundered for the mob. We also know you were forced into it. I can offer you a deal.
Look, I don't want to admit anything.
Gabrielle, last week's mob deposit was marked by the feds. Why don't you just hand it over to me?
And that'll help you catch Lassiter?
Feds will have all they need.
Yeah, and who'll protect me from the mob?
Your cooperation is strictly off the record. The buster's mine, you'll do community service time.
You can guarantee that?
No, but I can recommend it to the federal attorney.
Have some time to think about it?
I'll be across the street. Think fast.
All right, 5 minutes, and I want the shot ready for Brell.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, go. That's it, you guys.
What time is it? 4 o'clock. Oh, man, they've been there 4 hours.
On the dot. Here she comes.
Okay, we weren't late. It's all time is 2:30. Enough of the mix, though, because the sure. I don't expect to get
Karen, I need some time alone.
Okay, I put your guitar on the table like last time.
Thanks.
Is something wrong with Brell? She didn't seem herself during the shoot.
She seems weird to me, too, but she has to be alone.
Thanks. All right, drop the table. Let's get going here. I would have never expected this from you.
I'm not stealing it. I'm setting things right.
Talk to me, Brell.
We're too good for this. The only way to stop it is to take the money to the police.
You're exhausted. You're talking crazy. Now get to the airport and do your tour. Come on, give me that money.
Connor, I don't want to do this anymore. I've paid enough.
No. The family will tell you when you've paid enough.
No.
Brell. Brell! Protect Brell!
Break it up, police! He's trying to kidnap Brell!
Brady! Come on, leave her!
You okay?
Yeah.
Grady, you okay?
This was a big mistake, Gabrielle.
That's what I was about to say to you. Come on.
I'm sorry, but I thought that you were...
No, I'm sorry. But I couldn't tell you. And I've let you down.
No, you haven't.
But I will, don't you see? I have to leave.
Why? What do you mean you have to leave?
Connor's gonna tell the family I turned.
Maybe they won't come after you because you're famous.
They will.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Change my face. Change my country.
Just disappear.
Yeah. You gonna be okay?
It's just a cut. I'll get over it.
What I mean.
It's gonna take longer.
What do you think of me when you hear my music?
Even when I don't.
No little cinnamon gum freshens breath longer than Big Red.
So kiss a little longer, stay close a little longer, hold tight a little
shortcut to work. We're lost.
We're not lost.
Oh, I've seen this guy a couple times.
Maybe he's a twin. Boy, I wish we hadn't skipped breakfast.
Here, try one of these.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars.
What is that, tofu?
No, they're really good.
It has real fruit.
Plus a moist crust made with whole grain and no cholesterol.
This is good.
Uh-huh. I brought along a few extra, you know, in case we got lost.
We are not lost.
Kellogg's Nutri-Grain bars. Start your morning off right.
Shower yourself with a new sensation. New refreshing Shield. Feel the blast. The excitement. The high energy beat. Shield's unique skin-vigorating formula will shake you up. Turn you around. It's a whole new feeling of pure refreshment. New refreshing Shield.
Sinus weather, and you're about to take a sinus medicine that could make you drowsy. Next time, take Sudafed Sinus, the maximum strength combination of pain reliever and fast-working decongestant found in Sudafed that won't cause drowsiness. Sudafed Sinus, fast relief, not fast asleep. And for your worst colds, try new Sudafed Severe Cold Formula.
Looks like your dishwashing liquid's all washed up. Looks like ours is too. But we use Dawn. Surprise, the suds come back, showing Dawn's grease-cutting power can outlast your liquid. We cut grease when the competition can't.
Who can bring together people hand in hand? M&M's can. Who can speak a language the world can understand? In true Olympic spirit, making friends in every land. M&M's can.
M&M's, the milk chocolate that melts in your mouth, not in your hand. Worldwide sponsor of the 1992 Olympic Games.
You know Quaker Oats makes you feel good twice. First when you eat it. Pure oats and it's piping hot. Then you feel good again, because it stays with you and helps keep you rolling all morning. Quaker Oats, it's the right thing to do.
Hey, I'm only 26. I think I get it. I'm gonna move up to. Hi.
How's it going?
Well, good. Working extra hours at the dojo.
How's the dojo?
That's good. You know, sleep on the floor is getting a little hard on my back, but otherwise fine.
Glad to see you still have your sense of humor.
Oh, yeah. My room still there, or did you turn into a drive-up window?
It's still there.
Huh. No, I'm doing this all wrong, dancing for my stupid dinner. B, I miss this place. And you. And I would like to come back. But if you don't have room, you know, or if too much has changed between us, I understand. But I would like to come back.
I'm proud of you. And I'm impressed. It's still there.
Hi, I'm Kevin Hale, Vice President and General Manager of KSTW TV 11. Since January of 1991, Channel 11 has been committed to a station-wide campaign called Great Expectations, the Education Project. To highlight the importance of education today, we've broadcast more than 17 hours of primetime children's programming. Throughout 1991, we featured more than 50 outstanding teachers during the Class Act segment of our Friday night 10 o'clock news. And every Sunday night, you've seen Super Ones, a profile of a student athlete who succeeds in school and in sports. KSTW TV 11 will continue this commitment to great expectations. Throughout 1992, we'll ask you to help us feed and clothe underprivileged children, help us raise awareness for child abuse prevention programs, and help us combat the school dropout problem. We hope you will join us in this commitment to our students, because at KSTW TV 11, we believe that children have great expectations, and so should we.
We do it all the time. We go away from home and leave our children in the hands of capable, caring sitters. Or do we? More and more, innocent children are the victims of violence at the hands of the sitter. Many children suffer permanent injuries. How well do you know the person watching your little ones? TV 11's Charles Johnston reports on Who's Watching the Kids? Monday on the TV 11 10 o'clock news.
I'm Rod Simons. And I'm Tony Potts. Do you know about our Super Ones? We're talking outstanding student athletes. And every Sunday on the Sunday Sports Extra, we profile a student who not only excels on the field, but in the classroom as well. These are the good kids that so many times get overlooked. If you know of a Super One in your area, write to us here at Channel 11 or pick up a nomination form in any area Pizza Hut. Super Ones on the Sunday Sports Extra at 10, right here on TV 11.
Stay tuned for the original daring feats of world-class stunt professionals. Stay tuned for Stunt Masters, coming up next on KSTW TV 11.
As a part of the Great Expectation...
Now.
Los Angeles had its turn on the cutting edge of fashion last night with superstars doing the runway strut. In Los Angeles, the Jean-Paul Gaultier Fashion Show and American Foundation for AIDS Research benefit included celebrity models such as Faye Dunaway, Billy Idol, Robert Downey Jr., Raquel Welch, and Madonna, who came out last with the designer himself. Guests, including Debbie Gibson and Jackie Collins, loved his avant-garde style.
He's outrageous. He's on the edge, and I love things that are on the edge. I love people who do something different in life.
It's a great pleasure to be here today with Sylvester and Tweety.
Just Just you and I, one hand, one heart. Everyone has their own opinions. Well, everyone knows what to do. Look around and keep your eyes wide open this time. If they're in love, will they listen to you? Oh no, oh no, let's share our heart, our home in your arms. All alone, no people and no telephone. Just you and I, one hand, one heart.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It was just wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying this.
Wow. And your earphone? Oh, earphone. Hold on. Let me go on with this. Oh, okay. Thank you. なんかね、スタジオ中のギャラリーが今日多くて皆さんうっとりしてらっしゃいましたけれども、
素敵でしたね。
ねえ、デビーさんも弾いてらっしゃる時にこうニコッとなさったり、まあ内容が恋人同士のロマンチックな歌ですよね。どんなこと考えてらっしゃるんでしょうか。
Well, this is a song about how other people try to interfere when you're in a relationship.
お互いに人間と人間が関わり合うっていうそういう曲なんです。お互いに正直になって思いやるというそういう曲です。
あなたが6歳の時にねピアノを始めたんでしょ。でその時にですね、将来世界中の人たちのたくさんの人たちが自分の曲をこんなに好きになってくれるそういう時代が来るって考えました。
Well, I eventually, you know, I always envisioned
いつも夢見てきたんです。
an entertainer and making people happy with
ショービジネスに入って音楽をみんなに提供していきたいって、そして目をつぶってそのゴールが見えるんですね。そしてどんどんそれに向かってやってきました。そしてまだやはりゴールはまだ先にあります。まだ始まったばっかりって感じです。
ねえ、でもこれだけもう本当のこうプロフェッショナルとしてもうお忙しい毎日送ってらっしゃいますと、こう歌の中に込められているような普通の女の子の感覚、生活からこうちょっと遠ざかってしまうような感じはしませんか？
Well, let's see. You know, I mean, I've always tried to keep a balance
いつ
between my
も
personal life
自
and
分
my
の個人の
professional
生
life
活と
because
仕事とのバランスを
I
図
mean,
って
it's
きまし
really
た。
important to
大切なことは
have those
こ
normal
の
things, and that's stability
いろいろ普通のことをやっぱりすることだと思うんですね。家族とか友達と会ったりとか、そして曲を書くときにやっぱり毎日の生活の中で触れ合っている人たちのことがないと曲は書けないと思うんですよ。
じゃあ大好物のピザはまだ召し上がってますか？
Oh, pizza.
ピザの話です。
Let's see. Actually, no, I
そう
haven't
で
had
す
any
ね
since I've been here.
まだ日本に着いてからは食べてないです。
フライドポテトも好きなんだよね。
ああ、そうかもしれないですね。
Oh, yes,
そう
yes,
です。
French fries.
フライドポテト大好きです。
今度ね日本の山下達郎さんと一緒に曲を作るとか、それから世界を回るツアーの最初を日本に選ぶとか、どうしてそんなに日本を大事にしてくれるんですか？
Well, let's see. Last time in the tour,
前回は、昨年のツアーですけれども、日本はワールドツアーの真ん中辺でした。でも、もうみんなダンサーたちも私もエキサイトしてて、日本のオーディエンスすごく好きだったんですね。だから今回は最初にしたいなと思いました。
ありがとう。
Thank you. ありがとうございます。
でまだまだこれからなさりたいことがたくさんあるって言ってらしてまだお若いわけですしね。楽しみですねこれからの活動が。
次は何をしてくれるんでしょう。
どうもありがとうございます。
どうもありがとう。
Thank you very much for coming tonight.
Thank you. can't have fun at it, there's no point in doing it.
You feel like she could be like the person you go to school with, you know, and her music is good and it's fun and it's up and kids like it.
It's like a dream come true. I never thought I'd fall in love with you.
Well, to me, she's still my daughter, Deborah, who sings and is very successful at it.
She is very grounded, and it's nice to see someone so young handle their success so well.
I could never love again now that we're apart.
I think luck can get you a break, but there's no such thing as a whole career based on luck. You know, you've got to have something to back it up. I've always been very, very optimistic, and I mean, instead of just kind of dreaming about becoming a performer, I just always performed, you know, I always did something about it. And, you know, I used to watch the Grammy Awards and all the award shows and say, oh, it's going to be me someday. And so I always thought very optimistically. You know, but now that I see how many new artists come out and, you know, some really talented artists who their records may never see the light of day just because of timing and this and that, you know, I guess I'm lucky in that sense. Is that I like writing songs that people can relate to on an everyday level. So, you know, I'm pretty much like an everyday kind of person, and that's what I want. That's how I want to stay. You know, there are certain changes, but, you know, I'm just more into hanging out with my friends at home rather than, you know, going to a party because I'm going to get a photo taken. You know, so I know it's important to me, so, you know, hopefully I won't change too much.
In this edition of Cover Story with singer-songwriter Debbie Gibson, we joined the everyday teen star in a celebrity-filled Hollywood party celebrating the release of her new album, Electric Youth. When Debbie was 2 years old, she asked her parents for a guitar, but Joe and Diane Gibson thought a ukulele was more suited for her size. At 5, Debbie started taking piano lessons and writing songs. Debbie and her 3 sisters, Karen, Michelle, and Denise, all took music lessons. But Debbie was the only one to want to pursue a musical performing career. By the time Debbie graduated from Calhoun High School in Merrick, Long Island, she had become, at 17, the youngest artist in the history of pop music to write, perform, and produce a #1 single, Foolish Beat, from her triple platinum first album, Out of the Blue. Now with her second album, Electric Youth, Debbie has proved to the music world and her critics she's more than just another teenage passing fancy. Debbie Gibson is a real talent to be reckoned with.
I've studied piano since I was 5, and I started doing theater at that time also. You know, I just got a lot of experience, took a lot of, you know, a lot of classes in dance and singing and just everything. Well, the first song I ever wrote was when I was 5, and it was called Make Sure You Know Your Classroom. I couldn't even actually write, so my sisters had to help me write out the words, but that was about starting school. And I wrote on and off about different experiences. I mean, we got a dog, and I wrote a song called My Puppy Grew. And we got, you know, we went to visit my relatives on the farm, and I wrote a song, you know, I would just write songs about anything. And of course, they were so silly then, those songs, but, you know, the more I experienced, the more the songs, you know, my mother started saying, maybe we have something here, you know. And I wrote seriously from the time I was 12 years old, I would say. people just assume that parents like push their kids into this business. And the great thing about my parents was they always said, whenever you want to stop music lessons, tell us if you want to. And if you want to continue, go right ahead. You know, we always had the option. They didn't put a gun to our heads and say, you know, you have to become a star or anything like that. So that was always really good to know, because it's really sad. I've seen a lot of little kids get pushed into the business by their parents. And, I mean, they're burnt out by the time they're 10.
If she were happy, you know, if she would be happier in another field, I would encourage her to do it. Because I really do believe you go around once in this life and you should be happy.
My mother says, you know, if you want to go be a doctor, go be a doctor. If you want to, you know, she just says, whatever you want to do, I'm behind you 100%.
I get lost in your eyes, and I feel my spirits rise and soar like the wind. Is it love that I am in?
I always had one piano teacher, his name was Morton Estrin, and he used to always say, you know, you could be a wonderful concert pianist, but yeah, I never really wanted to be a concert pianist. I like the hyper atmosphere more. I got a 4-track and a synthesizer and a drum machine. And, you know, when I was like 13, I was working on my own demos at home and learning, you know, which was probably the best thing I could have done. Because when you go into another studio, you're just at the mercy of, you know, whoever else is there. And it was great because I was able, you know, I always had so many ideas in my head because I'll sit at the piano and I'll ad-lib and I'll basically come up with an arrangement. So all I really needed was the tools to get this on tape. And so then we upgraded to a 12-track studio, and now we're upgrading to 24. So I'll be able to do my actual records in my home.
And I never thought of Deborah as anyone special, you know, growing up. She was just my sister, you know, but someone very normal can do what they want to do. If, you know, if they have a certain amount of talent and if they try and, you know, reach the right channels, and it's encouraging in a sense.
I really look like an everyday person. I sort of blend in with the other, like, 1,000 teenage girls that are walking around the mall. So, you know, it's not that it's like, that I'm like crazy looking or very rock and roll looking, you know. So I don't call that much attention to myself, you know. A lot of people, I think, know my songs more than they know my face. And, you know, I'd rather someone come up to me and say, oh, I like your new record. Or, you know, it's more important. And I don't know how the ideas kind of pop into my head, they just do. So I realized that was kind of my niche when I was little, you know, playing piano and stuff like that.
Every time until it's secret, I remember how it used to be, and I realized how much I miss you, and I realized how it feels to be free.
I was playing a lot of demos for Atlantic, and when we were first recording Only in My Dreams, Atlantic put me together with Fred Czar. And so we know of this great producer, and he's mainly done arranging, you know, but even a lot of the arranging stuff he did, he should have gotten like a production credit because it was a lot of his work. And, you know, so I said, great, you know, let's give it a try.
When I was first introduced to her, she hadn't made any records yet. She had made demos of a lot of songs, and I was told that she was very talented. And when we met, you know, it took a little while, you know, she's kind of watching out, you know, for who's working with her, but we got along real well. And she's very talented. She's extraordinary to work with. She really knows what she's doing, and it's a pleasure to work with her.
had in mind, you know, from the time I was really young that I wanted to do an album of all my own songs. And, you know, so when I first saw, like, the first album, it was like, wow, it's vinyl. The songs are actually on vinyl, you know. That was just thrilling. It was really exciting because, I mean, even making demo tapes is exciting, just to have your work, you record it. And, but the fact that it was done in the right way, you know, just not as a demo, it was definitely, you know, big dream come true. My family and friends helped tremendously by calling the radio stations, walking the records right into the clubs. You know, once that single started doing well, I then had the opportunity to do the album. So, you know, that was great that everyone was willing to help so much.
Well, it took a lot of support from her family and friends and her record company to get her going. And everyone, there were a lot of skeptical people, but pretty much everyone who was close to her had faith that she could become someone big. So everyone kept trying, and it happened.
One day I came home from school, and I got a message on the answering machine from my mother. She was calling from work, and she said, you know, you know, such and such a station played it today. And I was like, oh my God, you know, when is it going to come on again? And of course, it was in this light rotation. It was being played like every 10 hours or something. So we had the radio going nonstop, and we happened to be in the car. And I was with my dad and my younger sister and my mom, and actually I was on the way back from voice lessons in the city, and we had the radio on low because we listened to the station constantly, waiting for it to come on. And then I heard the first, like, the 12-inch starts, doom, 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 and I heard that, and I was like, oh my God, is this it? You know, turned it up, and my dad was like driving to the beat. We thought he was going to drive off the road, and that was really exciting. It took us by surprise that day, definitely.
Shake your love, I just can't shake your love. Shake your love, I just can't shake your love. Shake your love, I just can't shake. Shake your love, I just can't shake your love.
Recording and performing are very different. I mean, it's great to be in the studio because you can experiment. You have lots of time to work things out. But the bottom line is, like I said, if you can't do it live, then you can't do it because there are a lot of people who are sort of created in the studio, and they, you know, they sing things a word at a time, and they really can't sing. And so when you get up there on stage, you know, you really prove yourself to people.
Please welcome Debbie Gibson.
Being on the road in general is hard, but you know, it's worth it for the hour and a half, 2 hours you're on stage. You know, because I'm more of like a homebody, so I missed moms and grandma's great Italian meals and stuff like that, you know. But I love the tour bus, actually.
There was a place where all you could do was wish on a four-leaf clover. But now there's a new time, there is a new place where dreams just can't come true.
People, after they perform, they're out in the bars or whatever, you know, and the family has been a tremendous help. There's no question about it. Her sisters work with her. You know, her sister Michelle does a lot of her styling and her clothing. And it's kind of like the dream for any parent. You know, the children's careers and lives are really meshed together.
I love putting together like an elaborate production because I know when I go to a show, I want to be entertained. So, you know, I put together choreography and, you know, I had the piano rolled on for a few of the songs. And, you know, we had the ramps and the band, they were pretty much all guys from Long Island. And, you know, everyone in the beginning said, oh, don't you think we should just call, you know, regular touring musicians? And I said, no, I sort of want to put together a band that I know I can keep working with. And, you know, they kind of blew everyone away, so that was exciting.
You can take me to the sky. It's like being lost in heaven. When I'm lost in your eyes, I just fell.
The Lost in Your Eyes video I co-directed, and I drew out a storyboard with like stick figures and stuff like that. I sent it to Jim Yukich, who also, he directed my last video also, and he was cracking up when he got it because, I mean, it was like, it was a pitiful artwork, but the video stuff stayed true to that original storyboard I made, so it was just kind of like seeing a cartoon come to life. And I want to get more involved in the editing process. That's something I really haven't had a chance to do, you know, because they worked here in LA and I was busy doing stuff in New York. And I'd like to, when I have some time, maybe take a film course, you know, something in film production. It's difficult. It's not all glamour, you know, definitely not. So I think that everything I did when I was a lot younger really helped to prepare me for this, for what I'm doing now.
All right, we have just received the official announcement. Debbie Gibson is in the building.
Dance Party USA asked me if I wanted to take part in this, you know, win a free concert at a school contest. And so, you know, it was like kind of like a school spirit thing. Whichever school sent in the most postcards, I would go and they would tape the show at the high school and I would perform like a few songs. But we decided once we were there, we did a whole concert for them. And it was so much fun because that was something I could really relate to.
Debbie Gibson. Yeah. You think we should probably get her to come back and do another one tonight or what?
I'm like more at home on stage than I am probably anywhere. So that's the best part about it, you know, coming right in contact with the fans and, you know, getting that instant audience response and just seeing everyone have a good time and singing along with the songs. And, you know, that's my favorite part.
Going this way.
I guess in school there were like 3 different reactions. There were those who were sort of resentful. They said, oh, you know, she happened to have a lucky break, and parents with money, which was so untrue. My parents, you know, my mother was a secretary, my dad works for the airlines. And then there were those who suddenly were like, oh yeah, I know her, she's my best friend, you know? And then there were my friends. And, you know, luckily I was able to tell the difference. And my friends just remained my friends because obviously my close friends knew that I was working on this. You know, working in my studio at home and stuff instead of going to a party. And, you know, they really saw that it involved sacrifice, so they can appreciate, you know, all the work that went into it.
She's still very much the same. Her room is a mess. She hates to do the dishes. You know, there are definitely like 2 sides of her. The personal side, which is very young, and the professional side, which is very mature. You know, she loves to go out with her friends, and she loves to gab on the phone, and we still talk about the phone bill, and, you know, all of those things. But on the professional side, she's, you know, she's got it all together.
Excited about the new album because we spent like 4 to 5 months on it, which is to me, you know, a good amount of time, not like a month and a half, you know. So I feel much more strongly about this album. Well, the song Electric Youth basically is about treating young people like people and taking their ideas seriously, because when my records first started coming out, everybody sort of capitalized on my age. Oh, young. And I was sitting there saying, what's the big deal? I've met a lot of kids, you know, young kids who have lots of great ideas, and look at the Olympics. You know, you see 15 and 16-year-olds winning the gold medals, and you know, so I don't think it should be that big of a deal. I think, you know, music is for all ages.
I think she's going to have a very long career if that's what she wants. The records are doing great, you know, her appearance is doing great. And we had, because it was her second album and the first one was so successful, we had the opportunity to spend more time when we wanted to. So we didn't have to settle for anything. It was great.
I feel very happy. And, you know, I don't know if there are that many people that can say that. I mean, a lot of people aren't happy at their jobs because it's just not what they really want to be doing. And I'm just really thankful that I can be doing exactly what I want to be doing. And, you know, because the fans out there keep buying the records, it's like, you know, I can keep doing it for myself and for them, and that's a really great feeling. Working on writing a screenplay. I used to do TV commercials and theater, so I'd like to get back into doing, you know, maybe a film and also theater. And, you know, because I can write and produce and arrange, I mean, you know, someday when I want to get married, which is definitely in the far future, but, you know, I think, I can stay home, I can write and produce for other artists, and, you know, there are a lot of aspects of this business that I'd like to explore, so I'll keep myself quite busy. I think I need all this time. I'm glad I started this young.
Coming up at 6, a love triangle points to murder on Diamonds. Now stay tuned for Bustin' Loose, next on USA.
Roseanne takes on the TV critics and gives them 2 thumbs down. Entertainment Tonight has the story for this Thursday, December 10th, 1992.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. I'm John Tesh in Los Angeles.
Hey, John, I'm Mary Hart in New York City. Hello, everybody. Roseanne Arnold is on top of the TV heap and in a battle royal. Her show is #1 in the Nielsen ratings. Her husband Tom's show is #2. So what could be wrong with her world? The critics, she says, and she also says she has the facts.
I don't think it should be allowed without being challenged because it's sickening.
Roseanne Arnold is still burning over what she calls personal attacks in reviews of her husband's new situation comedy. The LA Times critic Howard Rosenberg wrote, quote, "The Jackie Thomas show is rarely funny, and that Tom Arnold is, quote, one-dimensional," end quote. Ray Richmond's review in the LA Daily News begins, quote, "Tom Arnold happens to be one of the least funny humans on the planet," end quote. In response, Roseanne fired off reviews of the reviewers.
I don't mind if they say stuff like, I don't think the show is funny, or in my opinion, or stuff like that, but just that arrogant and sanctimonious pose kind of got me, and I thought, you know, it needed a few holes poked in it. And so I wrote back 2 really funny faxes.
To Richmond, she wrote, quote, "Ray Richmond happens to be one of the least perceptive humans on the planet," end quote. Richmond calls Roseanne's profanity-spiced letter funny and charming.
I must have pushed the right button or the wrong button simultaneously. You know, just to be on her invective list, I think, is kind of a badge of honor because it's so well known.
Roseanne's letter to Rosenberg appeared in the Times, complete with a promise to add a character like him in the show. Quote, "Be sure to tune in for Howie Rosenboom, portrayed by an effeminate, mousy actor," end quote.
And it makes me mad.
Roseanne and Tom went public with their anger on Peter Tilden's radio talk show on KABC in Los Angeles. She's furious with USA Today critic Matt Roush. He wrote, quote, Roseanne and Tom Arnold are never less funny than when cracking themselves up with each other's excesses, and rarely have they been as indulged as in the Jackie Thomas show, end quote. Roseanne shot back a private letter she says is intended to teach him a lesson.
I sent him something back because I really want him to know what it feels like to be personally attacked.
USA Today critic Matt Roush was not available for comment, but his newspaper had plenty to say. Editors said they had informed Roseanne's publicist that they would no longer do stories about any of his star clients, including Tom and Roseanne Arnold. John?
Debbie Gibson became a pop star by combining a nice voice with a squeaky clean image. Now for her fourth album, the voice remains intact, but the clean image has been stripped away. This was Debbie Gibson's look back in 1987, the image of a teenage good girl. But for her latest video, get ready for Gibson all grown up. Debbie wanted something different for her new single, Losin Myself, and the former teeny bopper's strip routine has her bumping and grinding. She says it illustrates the song's theme of obsessive love gone bad.
I think everyone has a sexy side that comes out when they're in love with the wrong guy. You know what I mean? That's what this song's about. And, I mean, I'm 22 years old. It's like, of course I've got that side to me.
Still, she says it took a bit of brainstorming to come up with the idea. In her first few tries on stage, Debbie had to contend with a costume that did not want to cooperate.
I'm losing myself over you. Over you.
But she pressed on anyway and slipped easily back into the routine. And even though the number is quite revealing, Debbie insists the final striptease will show no nudity.
I could never take off my clothes for the camera. I mean, what I'm doing in this video is a striptease, which is the whole Gypsy Rose Lee thing. It was this very innocent, classy girl showing people nothing in the end, and these men were getting all excited.
You can see Debbie Gibson's Losing Myself video in its entirety early next month when it debuts, along with her new single. Mary?
With the official split of Prince Charles and Princess Diana, the royal row now moves on to...
You're invited to a Christmas party, but it's not just any Christmas party. It's the hippest, hottest, most soulful party you'll ever attend. It's the Winans' real meaning of Christmas. Celebrate this holiday season with Marvin Winans, Carvin Winans, Michael Winans, and Ronald Winans. And with their friends and family, with Phoebe and Cece, Tevin Campbell, Michael McDonald, Gladys Knight, Kenny Loggins, and Jasmine Guy. Most people would think, wow, that's enough talent for 2 Christmas specials, but not the Winans. Also, Debbie Gibson. After 7, David Peaston. The Sounds of Blackness. Levert and the OJ's Eddie Levert. And the entire Winans family. Mom and Pop Winans. Daniel. David and Debbie. Angie and Sinbad Winans. Daddy. Everyone is stopping by.
Thank you so much for inviting me here.
Edward James Olmos. Ricky Van Shelton and R. Kelly. Even Weird Al Yankovic. The Winans' real meaning of Christmas is going to be the happening party of this holiday season. And you know what the best part is? You're already there.
Nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us from the Satan's power when we were born astray. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy, comfort and joy. Oh, tidings of comfort and joy. She Mary, gentlemen, nothing you dismay. Remember Christ the Savior was born on Christmas Day to save us from my brother. She Mary, gentlemen.
Debbie. Listen, when I heard you were going to be here tonight, I thought, wow, little Debbie Gibson's going to be here.
and then this grown woman walks through the door. I mean, I have to be honest, it was rather depressing.
My growing up made you depressed?
Well, yeah, because it seems like just yesterday, you were this little girl on a merry-go-round, just going around, and now you're this grown woman. I mean, it made me reflect. Just yesterday, I had hair, and not, well, I don't want to talk about it, Debbie. I really don't want to talk about it.
Look, just because we've gained a few years and you've lost a few hairs, doesn't mean we still can't have fun.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Let's have fun.
Just to hear those sleigh bells jingling, ring, ting, ting, ring, too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, let's go. Let's look at the show. We're riding in Wonderland of snow. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, it's grand, just holding your hand. We're riding on a wintry fairyland. Our cheeks are nice and rosy and comfy, cozy away. We'll snuggle up together like two birds of a feather should be. Let's take the road before us and sing a chorus of snow. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you.
There's a birthday party at the home of Farmer Gray. It'll be the perfect ending of a perfect day.
We'll be singing the songs we'd love to sing without a single stop. At the fireplace while we watch the chestnuts pop. Oh, up, up, up. There's a happy feeling nothing in this world can buy.
When you pass around the coffee and the pumpkin pie.
It'll really be like a picture print by Courier and Ives. These wonderful things as long as we'll never roll through our lives. Just hear those sleigh bells ring, ring, ting, 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 ring, too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Let's take the road before us and sing a chorus or two. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Sleigh ride, sleigh ride. Giddy up, let's take a sleigh ride, sleigh ride. Giddy up, let's take a sleigh ride, sleigh ride. Giddy up, sleigh ride, sleigh ride. Let's take a sleigh ride, sleigh ride. Lovely weather for a sleigh ride together, sleigh ride.
The Winans' Real Meaning of Christmas is brought to you by Tylenol. Caring isn't just what we do, it's who we are. And by McDonald's. What you want is what you get at McDonald's today.
If anybody wonders what the real meaning of Christmas is, I think this picture is worth 1,000 words. It's the blessing of love. Thank you for making my brothers and I truly blessed. Y'all ready? Let's jam. Let every day be Christmas. Oh, we love Christmas. Talk from heaven. Let every day be Christmas. Oh, someone give a gift. Let every day be Christmas. Oh, we love Christmas. Come from heaven. Let every day be Christmas. Take someone back. Get a good. Let every day be Christmas. But leading a good night comes from heaven. Let every day be Christmas. Take someone. Give the gift. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you
Airlines, business travelers usually buy...
The Winans' real meaning of Christmas stayed at the Hotel Nico at Beverly Hills, LA's newest statement of style and elegance. Once your guests get to LA, let them know they've arrived.
At age 17, singer Debbie Gibson became the youngest artist in the history of pop music to write, produce, and perform a #1 smash hit. But the bubblegum teeny bopper has grown up, and she's out with a new album and a new image.
Shake your love, shake your love, shake your love.
That was Debbie Gibson 3 years ago as she shook up the music world and bumped and bounced her way to the top of the business. Now on the eve of releasing a new album, Gibson has shed her teeny bopper image in favor of a more sophisticated style and sound.
Well, without kind of trying to walk around saying, hi, I've grown up, I'm 20, I feel that the music matured naturally.
Music comes naturally to Gibson, who's been performing since she was 3. With 2 multi-platinum albums under her belt, her audience has come to expect nothing but perfection from this artist. But her new album, Anything Is Possible, signals a sound of change. It's a sophisticated compilation of rhythm and blues, soul, and rap tracks. That was one of 4 songs co-written and produced by Gibson and the legendary 60s songwriter Lamont Dozier. The Holland-Dozier-Holland team was responsible for a string of Motown hits favored by Gibson, who enjoyed the collaboration.
I really felt I had something to learn from Lamont, and we came up with really interesting stuff.
The rest of the 16 tracks on the album were written by Gibson alone, which is nothing for an artist known for consistently writing and producing hit songs.
It's really more rewarding to be involved in every aspect of making an album.
Now Gibson is making other artists' dreams come true. She's writing and producing for new acts like the Disney Kids and encouraging newcomers to go for the brass ring.
If you just don't doubt it and you keep going, you know, you're going to get there eventually.
I'm Lynn Blades reporting.
She's a good role model, I think, for some of the kids out there because she's one of the strong say-no-to-drug rock and roll people.
And she sings all her own songs, too.
Good for her. Coming up next.
In Toronto, sold out in one day, and the Stones set a new record in Birmingham, Alabama, when 63,000 tickets for their October 5th show at Legion Field sold out in 6 hours. Keep watching MTV News for continuous updates on the Stones tour. Meanwhile, another show that's already out on the road is Debbie Gibson's Electric Youth Tour, which kicked off this past weekend. And while some rock stars have all sorts of outrageous demands for things they want to take with them when they go on the road, Gibson has simple needs. The only thing she really needed to keep her happy out on the road was a couple of shiny new mopeds. Her mom consented, and Gibson gave us a look at her prized new bikes when we caught up with her for a preview of the tour on her last day of rehearsal.
Truthfully, in the car right over here, I was thinking, when was the first time that MTV came down to a video or something? And it's funny you should mention it, because yeah, Shake Your Love was the first time. Shake your love. Shake your love. I just can't shake your love. Shake your love. I just can't shake your love. Shake.
Debbie's still doing Shake Your Love, only this time it's in preparation for her biggest tour yet, which will keep her on the road through the end of the year. But she's got all sorts of projects that we could talk about, like her new Electric Youth perfume.
Well, if you find my mom, I think she wears it now. It smells kind of like fruity and fun, and not like you borrowed your grandmother's perfume, you know. Okay, we're ready, ready.
But on to the tour, which was in its final day of rehearsal on Wednesday.
You know, let's put it this way, the show is ready right now, but, you know, you pay more attention to detail as, you know, with every day. You know, we'll be in the middle of a song, and the lighting director's always taking notes, and I go home and I watch tapes of the show, and I take notes, and it's the little details that really make it, you know, special.
Debbie is, after all, a ripe old 18 this year, so as a progression from the cotton candy feel of her first tour, this time she's promising a show that's somewhat more mature, more theatrical, and longer, 2 hours plus every night.
The show's going to have a lot of energy, but at the same time, when the show's longer, it's like I could settle into it more. Last year, the show was like hour and 20 minutes, and in a sense, you know, the whole show is really, really hyper. And, you know, now I could, like, take my time with it more, and you know, I feel like I could show people more of what I can do, so that's another difference.
Gibson's tour next stops in Toronto on Friday. That is the news for now. We'll have more later right here on MTV.
MTV News. You hear it.
Bougez pas, après la pause, une entrevue exclusive avec Debbie Gibson.
Youth really is about treating young people like people, and it's, you know, it's like when my first record came out, I was 16, and all the emphasis was on my age, and I was sitting there saying, what's the big deal? You know, I mean, you have Olympic gold medalists who are 15 and 16 years old. I mean, young people have accomplished really great things. You know, look at the Beatles, Michael Jackson, and so it's, you know, it's really about not being so surprised at what young people can do.
other songwriters, but I've always been a fan of top 40 radio. And I think that definitely shows in my writing. You know, I definitely have a pattern, you know, verse, chorus, bridge. And it was never conscious. It's just, I guess, what I'm used to hearing. And, you know, I love 50s and 60s music, and I love the simplicity of it. You know, I think that that's great. You know, you can listen to the song I Want to Hold Your Hand. It's like, that's all they say in the chorus, and it's like 4 chords, you know, and it's great. And, you know, I love that kind of music now. Actually, my car is a 57 Ford Fairlane. I'm such a fan of that era. You know, a lot of people keep saying, aren't you worried about, you know, following up the debut album? And I said, no, not at all, because I felt that I had grown as a songwriter and vocally, and I just couldn't wait. I said, all right, now I can't wait to show people what I can really do. And I feel like that again, you know, there's so much more I can do, I think, and, you know, I hope I can say that about every album, that, oh, this one's stronger than the last. I guess that's the key. Speaking of 50s and 60s, yeah, I'm doing a movie called Skirts, and I'm going to start shooting at the end of this year, and it takes place in 1964, the year of the World's Fair, and I'm going to be involved in that soundtrack also. Actually, tonight I'm going to be performing one of the songs that's going to be on that soundtrack, and it's funny, again, I wrote this song that I didn't have the movie in mind at all. I had written it way before I knew about the movie, and even when, you know, I guess my music has that element in it because the director said, I want this song, and I said, I didn't even hear it as being, you know, particularly 60s, but I guess it is. But I'm really looking forward to that because I've done acting in the past, but on a smaller scale, you know, in theater and commercials and educational films and things, so it's like getting back into acting in a much bigger way, so I can't wait. To produce. It's not, you know, it has to be something you hear in your head. You know, you hear what the song sounds like in your head, and you have to convey that to musicians. But just the experience of working with different producers and arrangers, you know, I learned so much. And you know, I had like a 4-track studio set up at home, and you know, it's like I have friends who are in audio school right now, and they're not allowed to touch the equipment for the first year. And I'm saying, go out and get a 4-track, you know, just because you really, I think that's the best way to learn, is just experimenting and hands-on experience. And, you know, I upgraded to 12-track, and now I've got like a whole big thing at home, you know.
Millions of records. We're going to be talking with her live from Blossom coming up next. This album, Electric Youth, also a certified hit, we might add. America's favorite teen has found a place in music history. Here is a look at one of her hits from Electric Youth. Well, Debbie Gibson, as you can see, is in Cleveland to perform at Blossom Music Center, and she joins us from there. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you again.
Good to see you. Well, good to sort of see you.
Kind of see you. Yeah, it was kind of like this last time you were here, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When were you here last? It wasn't that long ago.
No, it was about a year ago, a little over a year ago.
About a year. How have you been doing since then?
I've been doing great, feeling good. Everything's been going well with the music, so I couldn't be, things couldn't be better, really.
I'd say it is. Now, is it true you graduated from high school just recently?
Well, that was a year ago.
A year ago?
Yeah.
Are you in college, Hofstra University? Is that true, or is that a fake rumor?
No, that's a fake rumor. Every city I go into, people say, is it true you're going to the University of, you know, wherever I happen to be? And Hofstra is the only place I applied, but as you can see, I'm indeed here. And
you chose not to do that, huh?
Yeah, not right now, at least.
Yeah, I could see that would be a difficulty because you really have a full-time career, don't you?
Yeah, and it's funny. I mean, in what I do, I learn a lot by just kind of hands-on experience. You know, I have friends who go to school for audio and stuff like that, and they're not allowed to even touch the equipment until, let's say, second semester, and, you know, that's not really the way you learn. I think you learn by experimenting and by practical experience, so.
Absolutely true.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, as you say, you did not take the educational route to get where you're going. Tell us about your first break to get here.
Let's see, well, it wasn't really one break that did it, but probably just the opportunity to record a 12-inch, which was only in my dreams. that was released to clubs.
How did you get the opportunity?
Well, let's see, I knocked on a lot of doors, sent out a lot of demo tapes, and eventually it caught the attention of an entertainment attorney who made the introduction to Atlantic's dance department. And once that came out, I kind of went promotion crazy. I said, all right, this is my vehicle to kind of let everyone know who I am and get up on stage, and that led to Atlantic releasing the single to radio, and which led to the album deal. So I had like 6 weeks to do the album, the first album, because Only in My Dreams was peaking, and they were like, where's the album? We want an album now. So that's kind of how it happened.
When you were knocking on those doors and talking with people and sending out whatever you might send out, whether it be a record or a resume, whatever, and you weren't getting the positive replies, did you ever want to give up and just say, forget it?
Never.
I don't need this.
Never. I kind of thought, you know, the opposite. Like if a record company said no, I said, all right, it's going to be your mistake because someday I'm going to do it, you know, and... Did
you tell them that or yourself that as you walked out the door?
I told myself that. I would have too good to
really
tell
been
them that
gutsy to tell them that, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But, you know, for instance, I mean, I got a rejection letter from Atlantic in the beginning, too. And they ended up being the company that signed me. So you never know. You've got to keep plugging away.
I hope now that you're doing so well for them, you've shown them a copy of that letter. How things have changed.
Yeah, we actually have.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Kind of felt good, didn't it?
Yeah.
When it turns out this way. Now, you're making a movie, is that right?
Yeah, right after the tour, actually. I'm probably going to be flying from the last date of the tour right to L.A. to start working on a movie. It's called Skirts, and it's set in the year 1964. And Kenny Ortega's directing it. He had a lot to do with Dirty Dancing.
Now, your role in the movie is musical as well as acting, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's not an out-and-out musical where, you know, people break into songs.
You're writing the score, though, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm writing half of the soundtrack. Okay. So half will be original songs from the 60s, and half will be my own sort of 60s, 90s sound, I guess.
Now, you like the 50s, don't you? A real buff of the 50s?
Actually, my car is a 57 Ford Fairlane.
Is it really?
Yeah. I miss it, too.
Are you influenced, do you think, in your music by anything you saw or felt or read about from the 50s long before you were born?
I think so. Just, you know, kind of the simplicity of that music. And music was really an escape at the time. You know, it was just really a way to feel good. And that's really what I want to get across with my music. I mean, maybe eventually I'll get into more, you know, messages and stuff like that in my music. But for right now, I mean, I think that sometimes that's what's missing in music, you know, just like the old Motown songs. In fact, I do some Motown songs in my show. You know, just that feel-good type sound.
Yeah. We see on the screen right now, I don't know if you can see this, Debbie, information about your concert tonight
I'm
at
seeing
Blossom.
a camera, that's all.
Okay, 7 o'clock tonight, Blossom Music Center. For ticket information, 524-1000 rather. I mean, 524-0000. There we go. Debbie, thank you so much for joining us. Good to have you here, and whoever sneezed behind you, tell them God bless you.
Okay.
Well, have a good time at Blossom and come back soon.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Debbie.
Bye-bye.